And we are live. All right.
It will?
Ain't no way. Alright. See you guys in the next podcast.
That's how we're starting things. Excellent. All right. Hello there, everyone, and welcome back to the Asymmetrical Controller podcast. And we got the full squad here. For
Yeah.
your enjoyment.
Hello.
So it has been exactly a month since we've done anything, and luckily, there's a lot of stuff for us to discuss. At least the three things that I found was we have something of a Killer Klowns, Chapter 29 of DbD, which is Alien, and the Texas Chainsaw Massacre game is out. So where do you guys want to start?
Apparently that came out. The
Forgot
Texas
about the
Chainsaw?
alien.
Yeah.
I'll be honest, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, I forgot it came out. I heard about it, I was like, oh yeah, that game.
Yeah.
I only remembered because a lot of my friends were getting online playing that game. I'm like, huh, it's out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I learned because one of Shark's friends apparently was playing, she's like, huh?
Yeah, it came out just a few days ago, and August 18th, so a little over a week actually. And it's doing better review wise than I would have expected. Because at least on Metacritic, it has, at least the PC version, has a total score of 72 among 20 critic reviews. And then when it comes to users, it has an average score of 7.4. So it's kind of all over the place with reviews from what I'm seeing. Which
right.
Yeah.
I've been watching a lot of gameplay. I haven't played it myself, but I've just sat down to watch it because a bunch of my friends were playing it, and it doesn't really seem that engaging. Actually, I need to word this properly. It's definitely a lot different than if you were playing DbD, and I assume a heavy majority of that player base came from DbD or just asymmetrical games as well. I think it just feels slow when you watch it. I don't know, and compared to like DbD, like what I'm used to, it's kind of, it just feels like slow paced, but it's not slow paced because you can escape, I think, in like 2 minutes.
Damn.
Yeah.
I mean, technically you can do it faster on DbD if you were to, install those little fun mods and cheats.
Fun mods. Yes.
Yeah.
But what I've seen, the game, it's so snowbally. Like, if you don't win as a victim in like, I'd say 8 minutes or something, you're gonna basically like be at a huge disadvantage. And like if you uh how do I say it? I think from what I've seen, when you play Survivor or something in DbD, if the killer is shit, then like you can kind of make up for dead teammates if the skill disparity is that big. But like when I watch this game, and it's probably because it's new, it just seems like if you are a victim and you lose, you're like the last one left, or there's two people left, it snowballs so hard. Like the killer will like blockade every. They'll know where you are. They'll have detection from Grandpa. They'll blockade every entrance they think you're in. That makes sense. And there's really nothing you can do. It's kind of playing victim. When I watch in that sense is kind of frustrating because when you know the game is like prolonged like that, you know you can't do anything, and that really sucks. In DbD, if you know, if you're just way better than the killer, which happens a lot, you feel like you have a chance to win. In this game, it's like the less people you have, you just don't feel like you can do anything.
Hmm.
Yeah. Well, and the other thing that I've noticed, because I've been playing the game for a few hours now.
I do have one small question before you get. Do they have more than one map? Because I've only seen one map.
Yes, they do.
Yeah, they do.
Okay.
I think they have 3 maps currently. And there's 2 variations to each of them. There's daytime and nighttime.
Okay.
But yeah, so I've been playing a few hours of the game because I need to do a review for it soon. But the overall, like, okay, so backing up a little bit, like, Video Horror Society, which is soon going away entirely just because the developers have kind of collapsed due to the game. That game was often argued by the community as being very survivor-sided in terms of gameplay and all that jazz. Whereas the Texas Chainsaw Massacre game, it's the opposite. It's very killer-sided.
Huh.
Because despite the fact that, yes, you can escape in 2 minutes, those sort of gameplay things are only possible if you have, like, memorized the map. Because that's like, I feel like that's like 75% of the game is just, if you know what the map layout is, you're good. You can dominate. But if you don't know it, both killer and survivor, you could be confused. Because I know the first 2 matches I played as killer, I don't think I ran into a single victim. That was what they're called. And I felt like I was like the dumbest person on earth. I'm like, am I still this bad at this game? Because I played the closed beta, and it was like same situation. It's like, as killer, I never ran into a teen or a victim. But now that I know the maps, I'm like killing at least 2 victims per game. And I'm like, this seems weird. I feel like the victims should have a bit more to them.
Do you think
Victims.
Yeah.
I like how they're just called victims.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're called victims. Do you think that's a matter of just the game is new and survivors still haven't really figured out how to
Most likely.
utilize their side the most, and killer
Abuse
is
it.
easier in that, I guess, in that context to get more out of than survivor?
Yeah, because I guess if you're a killer, you kind of generally know what to do. You just kill.
You just
Well,
kill.
yeah.
You just
Whereas
go and try to find kill.
Survivor, there's a lot of having to adapt, survive, and do your tasks at the same time and working together.
Yeah.
So it's
Because
Yeah.
like the one thing that helps the killers, who I think their side is called the family. The thing that helps them out is they have an ability where you can kind of like see through walls and like, but you only see like items like doors or meat sacks and stuff like that, being like, okay, here's where things are approximately in the world at a distance. Whereas obviously, since on the victim side, where you're not a part of the family, you wouldn't know the layout of the land. You don't have that ability. But at the same time, it's like, I don't know, it becomes weird, especially since the victims have a way of fighting back in a way against the killers or against family, but it's a matter of you surprising the family, because you have to sneak up behind them and attack them, which is difficult to do when it's a third-person game.
Yeah.
But then even on top of that, I did have one victim charge me at one point, like just head on and like knock me out, and I was like, this is
Damn.
new, but that's only happened once, so I
Huh.
don't know what that was.
Tell people to learn how to abuse it.
Yeah. But the one thing I will say is the game feels a lot better from when it was in the closed beta. Because in the closed beta, any and every match I got into, it was like done in 3 minutes. Either all the victims were dead, or all the victims escaped. There was no in between. Whereas now it's like each match takes, at least for me, probably about 6 minutes on average. Which doesn't sound like much of an increase, but
Yeah.
it is at least a bit better. But it's like, just looking at the Metacritic reviews, it's like, it seems to be, at least with the mixed ones, a lot of people are talking about that, where it's just, it doesn't seem like there's a lot for anyone who wants to be a victim main to stick around. Now, that could always change in the future, because they could always add new stuff.
Yeah.
But at least with how the license works, with what the developers got, they only have the license for the first game. Or, I'm sorry, for the first movie. So, they can't...
It's not much to add, then.
Yeah, everything they'd have to add would have to be something original. Because they've added everything from the movie in the game.
Yeah, that was something I before the game came out. It's like DbD has every excuse to be able to bring in whatever license they want from whatever horror franchise character that they want. They fucking brought in Nicolas Cage. How the fuck do you do that in Texas Chainsaw Massacre? Like, there's just no way. And also, like, if we go back to like maps, how are you going to make like a sci-fi map for Texas Chainsaw Massacre or something like that? You're pretty limited to like the Texas Chainsaw Massacre world.
Yeah, because like, what is it? Someone was, before it was found out that they only had license to the first movie, someone was like, "Oh, are we gonna get like Alexandria Daddario sort of outfit or something from the Texas Chainsaw? I think it's 3D or whatever the weird one was from like the 2010s." But it's like, yeah, since they don't have access to any of that, there's like no chance. Like, I could maybe see them, if the game sells well enough, I could see them maybe trying to expand the license in some way, or trying to get more of the movies in. But then, even on top of that, that's still rather limited.
Yeah, it doesn't seem very sustainable.
Yeah. Where it's like, which kind of sucks, because it's like, because there's only so much they can do. Whereas, like, if you put something, obviously, like DbD, where it's like kind of a blank slate is what they started with, and they could do whatever.
Yeah, because they can.
And the world they have it in is like perfect, because you can just literally, like HoiSin said, you can just pull everyone out from any dimension and just bring it into the game to make sense.
Yeah, like the only thing that could the only game out now in the asymmetrical horror realm that could come close to DbD in terms of pulling something that seems nonsensical just out there and into the game, and players would be like, yeah, that makes sense, would be probably the Outlast trials. Like, I could see the Outlast trials being like, breathe in these drugs. Ooh, look where you are now. We made like a fucked up Santa's workshop or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, with Texas Chainsaw, it's like they don't have long. Now, I think this will probably last longer than Friday the 13th did. But that's only because, since these are the same developers for the Texas Chainsaw Massacre game that made the Friday the 13th game, they've made sure that they have the license, and there's not going to be any like legal spat about who owns what.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't see Texas Chainsaw Massacre like being a DbD killer in any way. But it could, at most, I could see it doing is I could see all the Bubba mains from DbD going to Texas Chainsaw. Well, that's it. Because that's the thing, I haven't honestly seen Bubba in DbD for the last month. He just hasn't shown up in the game at all.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not complaining about that.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it because I simply have not played the game in a while.
Yeah.
And I think I'm better for it. You know?
Oh, you are. Trust me. Yeah. It's. I wish I didn't play that game still. But, you know.
Honestly, once you break free, like me breaking free of Overwatch, I feel so much better.
Are you done with Overwatch 2 now?
Kinda, but now I'm just like, my friends that play D&D, when I go over there, they're playing it before everyone gets there. And they have a level system now for your character.
In Overwatch?
Yeah, like you have to like they did an update for season 6. They had a whole bunch of shit. I've not played it, so I've only watched her play it.
Yeah,
but now you can level.
They didn't promise.
Yeah, like now you can level up your characters. Like all the heroes, you can level them up. I don't know what you do for leveling up, but you can level them up.
That seems weird.
It's so weird.
Like, it seems almost counterintuitive because they kept saying, "Oh, we can't do a skill tree sort of like progression thing for a single player." So herdy-der.
Yeah, like I was watching her like try to show it to me, and it does look like a skill tree, but it's just like for icons, for those little name cards, those titles.
Mm-hmm.
That's apparently all you get from it, but I'm just like, it's kind of dumb, but it's different.
Yeah,
So they just did what Valorant did.
Yeah, I don't know why they did it on season 6 instead of just
because Valorant, you can unlock characters and then you can level them up to get like skins and like other stuff.
Now Overwatch is finally doing that, but in season 6.
Yes, of course, because they couldn't do their own original content.
I mean, Overwatch 2 was literally
reviews.
like, how do we make money? Oh my gosh, the Steam reviews.
Oh my god, it's wild.
It what is it? It's now the worst reviewed game on Steam.
Yeah.
I think so.
I think
what is?
Overwatch
2.
Wait, when did they move it over to Steam? What?
Like a month ago,
I think it was because of a lawsuit, so they were like, we'll do that. I forget exactly what it was for. I think it might have been something with Valve, and they were just like, here, we'll let you have our game on your platform. And then everyone's like, this game's shit. Never play it in your life.
Oh, God.
Like, it's overwhelmingly negative.
Like, the worst thing they could have done was put it on Steam to where people can actually review it.
Yeah. Because that's the only reason why their Overwatch is, like, reviewed decently is because no one could really put their opinion out there. Like, they could, but it wouldn't be, like, widely seen. Whereas Steam is just, like, it just tells you, like, this game sucks.
Yeah, like, right at the or like, right at the start where you're about to install, it's, like, negatively reviewed.
Yeah. Now, the one thing that has been talked about, at least on the Overwatch 2 developer side, is whoever the guy is who's like the community manager did an interview recently, and he was saying that there was an uptick in players after they released it on Steam, which makes sense.
Yeah, because it makes it more accessible. I'm assuming it's the people who are already playing Overwatch, though.
Maybe, but it's like apparently it circumnavigates Battle.net, so in a way.
I mean, if people would want to make like a Smurf account, that would be the way to go through Steam, I believe.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if it would. If you do it through the client launcher, you have to put in your phone number, and it's locked to your phone number, so you can't really make another account unless you have another number, from what I understand. But I'm not sure how that would work if you go through Steam.
Yeah, they probably don't have any sort of legal, legal way to ask Steam, be like, hey, can you give me this person's phone number?
Yeah.
See who they are. And Steam where I'd be like, no.
No.
You're like, no, we respect at least the players a little bit.
Yeah. But yeah, it's Overwatch 2 is definitely.
It's a headache.
Yeah, I don't see any way of them recovering at this point.
Unless they were to take away microtransactions. I mean, that'd be about the only way that they could save themselves.
Or
And
unless
just
they
make the skins free like they used to do and have more events where you can win the skin.
or unless
They wouldn't do that though.
Yeah, they could always
They're
release
too,
Overwatch
they're
3.
too deep.
I mean, they do that a little bit where they have like little events where you can win a skin or watch Twitch drops. But
I
the
hate
issue is
Twitch
just
drops.
they've gotten
skins-
they've gotten too greedy is the issue.
yeah. Like the
Yeah.
skins they give away now are the skins that you could have gotten Overwatch 1 for.
I think
Yeah.
this is turning into like an EA like Battlefront 2 situation
Yeah.
where it's like they just thrashed the game with microtransactions to the point where the community was like, no. And so now it's like, I feel like for the next like 2 years, especially once they get all that Microsoft money,
Mm-hmm.
they'll be like, please come back, we have all this content. And it's like, no. We have other games to play now. Goodbye. But I don't know. But speaking of games that should be abandoned or potentially, Dead by Daylight. Alien is coming out soon.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, the Alien chapter,
Yeah.
which is introducing the Xenomorph, which I've heard some people say is the new DbD puppy replacing Demogorgon.
You can,
Nothing can replace the Demogorgon.
That's true.
you can
You guys can still get the Steam keys for like $150. What do you mean, guys?
What? That's a
people
thing?
sell the Steam keys. Yeah.
Yeah, they do.
That's so terrible.
Honestly, though, smart. Like if I had the key, like I would.
Like, like with that, I could sell my Overwatch account for over, I think, 2,000 with all the skins
Oh,
and
yeah.
shit I have.
Oh god.
My Valorant account, I don't even want to talk about it. The money I spend on this game. Like I have a knife that's worth $75.
What?
I have-
That's how much I paid for it. Yeah, that's the base pay that was for.
That's like, and is that like on a market or is that
It
from
was
the developers
It was
themselves?
for a knife.
well, that's what it's worth is. Then you buy it in a bundle, and they're like, "quote unquote," here's your discount, where it's just the actual price of it.
Okay. Yeah.
But
$75
yeah,
for a knife.
but like Valorant isn't like extremely greedy. Like they kind of are, but like it's not to the point. Like they'll still fix things in their game and stuff. Like they still kind of care about their game. Whereas like Overwatch, it's like how much can we milk the players until they get so tired they never play again?
Like with Kiriko, her
Yeah.
teleport has been bugged since she came out, and it's still not fixed from what I understand.
Wait, what about it's bugged?
Like, okay,
Oh,
for
yeah.
tanks and stuff, is Daeva, if she's, like, doing her little boosters across the map, you cannot teleport to her. It will not let you.
Oh. Okay.
If all the tanks are crouching, you cannot teleport to them. Or if it's, like, a Bastion or anything like a big hitbox character, you cannot teleport, because it just won't let you. Their models go through the floor, so I guess the teleport doesn't know where to take you.
That's weird.
It's been like that since she's been released.
Yeah.
They might have fixed it. I haven't played since Baldur's Gate came out, but
Yeah. But yeah, I've been mostly just playing Baldur's Gate,
How many
and
hours
I've been
do you have
getting
now?
back into Valorant because I'm back at the esports, so I gotta start playing to get better. And I'm a
400.
little rusty.
You just be like, hey, bro,
434
throw me a health potion.
hours.
They'd be like, what
Be
the
like,
fuck you talking about?
what do you mean? Yo, where's my lay on hands?
I have almost 450 hours in that game.
Yeah, me and
Oh
Shark
my
now.
gosh.
Yeah,
You have
that's including her pre. That's including your
That's
beta
including
hours.
the 100 hours from the beta.
Yeah.
But
So you
those
have
100 hours
350.
were accumulated over 3 years.
Yeah, but still, that's about 350
I mean, I have
hours.
160 since the release,
But
so
then the 350 hours are since release.
Yeah.
Dude,
Like...
So, yeah.
I have like 5.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, you're still in Act 1. I
I
think.
Yeah.
actually played with what's his face? Osiris and June and Starwin. Yes.
I'm in
Yeah.
so many different groups. It's not even funny.
I was
Me
playing
and
with them
Shark
yesterday.
have our tactician. Then I have my main, but we're actually now farther in the tactician than my main because we were just have equal hours. So like, if I just played on my own, I would have beaten it by now. But but
Yeah.
it's been fun still. And then I think me and Shark are also gonna do a Dark Urge playthrough. And
I'm doing that currently. I beat the game 2 days ago,
Yeah.
and it was a whirlwind. Now I'm doing Dark Urge, and it's even worse. Like, you guys remember that little bird in the Druid Cove with Nettie?
Yes.
That Steven wanted to, kill.
Yeah.
Grow the body. Yeah.
So in the Dark Urge, you have the option to pull its wings off.
Yeah. Dark
And-
Urge is for the mentally ill.
Yeah, you can pull its wings off, and you hear it scream.
And then does everyone start
it's just-
attacking you?
No, they don't attack you. No one even cares. Like,
What?
Astarion is the one that is like, hey, you're looking a little weird there. Are you okay?
But then if you like do a mass murder on the tiefling, he approves, which is weird.
Oh my gosh.
And like, you can kill Gale right at the start by just chopping his hand off in the portal.
Wait, what?
And you get his hand in your inventory.
What?
Yeah.
I didn't.
Please tell me you
It's
can
pretty wild.
throw. Please tell me you can throw
Oh,
the
I'm
hand.
sure you can.
You
at
can throw the
enemy.
hand. Yeah, you
Yeah.
can throw the hand.
Yes!
But like,
Now
if
that's
you
what
do
I call a
that-
mage hand.
But he like dies in the portal if you do that. So you can just like,
Chop his
Gale.
hand off.
yeah. And no one cares. They're just like, wow, okay.
Bit aggressive
Like, that's
there.
a bit intense. Yeah.
Oh my
But
goodness.
then I have the 4-person playthrough that we have, and then I have another 4-person playthrough.
See, this is why I'm glad I only have 2 playthroughs right now. Just the one that we're doing, and then
Yeah.
my single player
The
one.
only progress one I really have is with Shark.
Yeah, we're gonna do the tact. We're gonna beat that.
Yeah. We've been getting a lot of the
Absolutely.
achievements as well.
We can get at least 6 more achievements from what I was looking up today. But we gotta murder everyone to get those.
We literally in Act 2, I'm pretty sure we literally murdered everyone in Act 2.
Yeah,
Not
we
even lying.
did.
Like we
Like-
massacred everything and everyone.
Yeah, almost everyone's dead. We killed Karlak for her clothes.
Put them on Shadowheart.
Like, she was about to run away. And we were like, no, no, no.
So
we
we
killed
saved
her
some
before she
to
left.
murder.
Oh my gosh.
It completely changes the story, though, if you side with the goblins.
Yeah, like everything changes. It's wild.
Because the goblins are in league with the
Yeah, absolute.
Absolute.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that. It'd be interesting to see if there's a way. I imagine there is, like, following that dark path, like with the goblins, and then like halfway or near the end, just being like, "Nah, I'm gonna switch sides and be good."
Yeah. You literally
Yeah,
can.
you
There's
can.
so
You
many.
literally
There's
can.
so many options too, and we just ignored them all. Well, we saved. We saw the options. Then we turned back and was like, "Well,
Let's
now
just
we
do
got to do
this.
the fucked up thing."
Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
we're
we
like-
fucked up Shadowheart.
Yeah.
Oh no.
But now I have Minthara to riz up, so it's okay.
Yeah, Minthara's in our party.
Yeah, which is the drow that you can kill.
In the goblin area.
Oh.
Yeah, if you side with the goblins, then she becomes your party member. But Will and Karlak both leave.
Well, Will.
Yeah, Will about to say makes sense that he leaves.
Yeah.
And then you have to convince Gale to stay.
Yeah,
And
he has a mental breakdown.
like, yeah, he goes through it. And then, like, his whole attitude changes. Like, he's just suicidal and doesn't care about anything anymore.
And he just wants power. We're gonna turn him into a god, by the way.
We're doing some real wild shit.
Yeah.
But it's also really fun.
Yeah, oh yeah, like Baldur's Gate 3, like the time I've had for the most part has been very enjoyable.
Unless you have a certain
Yeah.
A certain
A certain
idol is there.
companion on the journey who sabotages things.
that's the thing is you can't really get
Better,
through the
though.
content.
He's getting better.
Oh yeah,
I will
no.
say the last time I was just tossing people off edges.
Yeah, you
But
were the
it's
one
so
that was causing
funny
chaos.
to just throw someone into the deep dark. Like,
That was valid. We had to do it at least once.
yeah, it was funny.
Yeah. I will say I was amazed that Shark managed to save me in that situation, but
Yeah,
you know.
I was too. I was like,
No man left behind. I
I
got
straight
you.
up went to the grove and started selling things. I was like, anyway.
I just jumped down the hole to save you. I got
Yeah.
you.
Yee.
Then we died.
Yeah. But you know. Yeah.
Shaggy, but I think during our 4-player through, Shaggy is going to be a good guy.
You need to get him those boots so that you fly.
Yeah. Shaggy will be able to fly.
Shaggy will be a god.
He's the flying monk. And he's gonna also be like able to steal stuff if he needs, you know?
Yeah. But
And he's also gonna attack like 11 times per turn. That's the plan.
Yeah. But all right. Switching gears back to Alien.
Oh yeah. Whoops.
The one thing I find interesting is that the Xenomorph is very much becoming the Demogorgon in a way, because the Xenomorph will have a series of tunnels that spawn in the map.
Question is
like
if they use
improved.
if they use the same animations or not.
I don't know, because it doesn't appear to be that the Xenomorph can make them. It looks like they just exist. So I'm guessing they're static, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, I watched one streamer when he was playing the PTB, and it looked like the tunnels were just there, and you can just go in the tunnels whenever you want. You don't have to worry about like making them.
Yeah.
But I watched him for 5 minutes, so I have no credit to that.
Yeah.
But it looks like it's like an improved Demogorgon where his tunnels you don't have to make it. It's not like a secondary power.
Now, the one thing I'm trying to figure out is, what are these remote flame turrets?
Seems good to me. I don't know, but
Yeah.
I like it.
They have turrets?
Oh, here, a special item. Okay, so survivors can retrieve up to 4 remote flame turrets and deploy them in the environment to counteract the Xenomorph.
Oh, yeah.
Fight back.
Yeah.
Blood Warden no more.
But it does say here, while carrying a turret, a survivor suffers from 35% hindered status effect, as well as the exhausted and incapacitated status effects.
Well, damn.
Cool. So they're useless.
But they are immune to being detected by the Xenomorph.
Oh.
Okay.
Well, yeah, but that doesn't really matter. Xenomorphs would just run around and end up seeing you slugging your way around.
Yeah. So whenever the Xenomorph enters a turret's firing radius and is in line of sight, the turret will attack and throw flames at it.
Sounds like I can be really toxic. That's cool. Maybe I will play DbD
You're
again.
to put like 4 of those in one room.
What is he gonna do? What is he gonna do? Just put them in front of his vents.
The one thing I would love to see, well, apparently if the Xenomorph travels through a vent, I saw this. Yeah, so if you exiting tunnels from a control station will momentarily deactivate any deployed remote flame turrets.
Oh.
So you're telling me I can't bully them?
Yeah.
So people thought of that already.
Yeah.
Okay, but where's my anti-slugging mechanics, huh?
I don't know. Because apparently the
killers can bully us, but we can't bully them?
Nope.
That's fucked up.
Not fair.
But apparently the Xenomorph can use its tail to attack, from what I've heard.
Oh, right.
Yeah, it runs on all 4s and uses.
There goes the hitboxes again. Cool.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna die by accidentally hitting it.
Unless they give it the same hitboxes like the noodle from Nemesis.
Yeah, true. You won't hit shit.
Doggy someone when the Xenomorph is in that position. It's funny. I've seen so many videos of it.
What, on all 4s?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's basically, so a lot of killers that BM, you know how like Survivor has teabagging? The
Mm-hmm.
way
Yeah.
killers BM is when you are downed, they kind of stand on your body and they do like forward, backward, and kind of like hump your body in that sense. So
Oh.
if you do that with Xenomorph while he's crouched, it looks hella funny. It's like he's raw dogging you.
Oh,
Damn.
jeez.
Oh god.
Well, I guess considering that the Mori is the alien putting a hole in your head, I could see that working.
Damn. I'm gonna look that up.
Yeah, the Mori is like,
literal skull fucking.
yeah, like the Mori is really one of the more gory ones that they've done, but they've been doing that quite a bit more often than usual. Is putting
It
in
can't be
the gory Moris.
Well, that's the way they should be. Like the Skull Merchant one was so shit. It's basically like a more intimate Freddy Mori.
Oh damn! I
'Cause,
just
like,
looked at the Mori.
Yeah,
have you seen Singularity's Mori?
I love
That's
Singularity's
did.
fucked up.
Mori.
Yeah.
That Mori's fucked up. That's probably the
Yeah.
most fucked up Mori. That Mori and Death Slinger's Mori are the two most fucked up Moris I've seen.
It's been a while
I
since
think
I've
they
seen
can be
Death
more brutal.
Slingers.
Yeah, that's how they should be though. Honestly, like
Yeah, because if they have the raid M rating, it's like go full send. Like,
yeah, or at least make it like interesting. Like I think Nurse's Mori is interesting. Like I think it's kind of intimate and it suits your character. Like if you make Moris like that like relate to the character, like, I think you know like they're good, but a lot of them are shit. Like um I don't know if you've ever looked at Dead by Daylight Mobile, like the Asian version. Their
Mhm.
Moris are fucking insane,
They're
dude.
so
Like
more. They're amazing.
yeah, like Trapper's Mori in this game is literally ass cheeks. Like it's him giving you a back rub with his like the back of his blade or something. Same thing with Wraith's Mori. Like they're so
They're
shit.
similar,
Yeah,
but
they're
like in
so
the
shit.
mobile, you just actually for a trapper, you take the trap and just like slam it on their head, right?
Yeah, exactly.
see, I love
You
that.
s- Yeah, you snap that trap in their fucking face or something. Like it's so brutal. That's how a Mori should be.
That should
honestly.
yeah, that's how it should be.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
if they were to bring like a DLC, like even if it was like $10 or so just for Moris for like extra animation, I would buy that.
Mm-hmm.
I wish we could do like a Mori tier list, like with one of those tier maker things, like S,
Oh,
A,
yeah.
B, C, E, and then just like put them all.
Good.
I mean, that sounds like something we could easily
Next
put
episode.
together.
Yeah, next up.
Ghostface is near the top. I mean, you can't beat the selfie pose.
Oh, I
Yeah,
love the
Ghost
selfie.
Yeah, like I want the Moris to be interesting. Like I don't want them to be bland. Like Ghostface Mori is really good. Yeah, I agree. What else is there? I don't remember. Ghostface Mori is good. I don't want to go. We'll save that for next time. I don't want.
Yeah.
I do like the artist. Well, yeah.
The artist
Oh,
Mori is good. Too.
yeah, the artist one's great.
It's pretty brutal. Yeah.
But I say it took me forever to actually see the Pyramid Heads Mori, like his proper one.
It could be better.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
saw it the other night, didn't
It's
you?
not that great.
yeah, because it's the one where it's like the
Well, it's in those little metal bars, right?
yeah, but now with me thinking about it, it is very similar to Pinhead's Mori.
Yeah, but Pinhead has a little bit more flair to his.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
he has voice lines.
Yeah.
Pyramid Head's just
Here's the
staring
thing.
at you, being like,
Yeah.
"I am in
Here's
charge."
the other thing. Actually, do you know why, like, in games like Dead by Daylight and Texas Chainsaw Massacre that just came out, do you know exactly why they don't, like, go further in terms of, like, the amount of shit they show? Like, I want to see, okay, like, this might make me sound like a fucked up person, but in these types
Probably.
of games, I want to see decapitations. I want to
Yes.
see guts spilling. Like, you know, Pyramids Mori? The reason why I kind of, like, it's not that great is because, like, your guts don't fucking spill when he plunges his fucking blade, like into you and twists it. Like, no, your guts should be, like, flying all over the fucking place. But that just doesn't happen because, I think for some reason, I mean, like, I'm pretty sure for some, like, legal reasons, they can't show that much like gore.
So, I'm wondering, just because I know they're infamous for this, I'm wondering if any of that has to do with Australia.
Fucking Australia.
Because Australia is very notorious for banning games that are too gory. That so, like for example, Mortal Kombat. At least some of their games have been banned in Australia, which Mortal Kombat is famed for their gory fatalities.
Yeah. Why wouldn't Dead by Daylight make it kind of like not to they don't have to make it to like the 100% the level of Mortal Kombat, but like at least have some semblance of it. Like at least, like when demo eats your head, you should get decapitated. Just saying.
Honestly, yeah. It should show up on the model when you go on the ground at least.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. So at least from what I'm seeing, it looks like DbD is not banned in Australia, so it's still playable in Australia. But yeah, it does look like almost every recent Mortal Kombat game has been banned in Australia.
Damn.
Deserved.
And also in Germany.
It's because they're not real American. That's HoiSin's Canadian, but
Let's see. So at least the last Mortal Kombat 11, is banned in Indonesia, Japan, China, and Ukraine.
They're missing out.
So I imagine,
are they though? Are they?
They are.
I mean, DbD, they're being saved, but they just
Yeah.
don't know it.
True. You have to suffer to be saved.
Yeah. I'm surprised Japan banned it. Why don't they do this fucking censoring bullshit they do with the vaginas and just like?
I mean, Japan has a weird thing. I don't know. I feel like Japan's weird with gore to a certain
weird in
extent, but then
general.
sexual
Let's put
stuff,
that
they're
out.
like, But I don't know. But yeah, so it looks like from here now it is interesting. Even with how DbD is right now, China has banned all live streaming and videos of DbD. You can still play the
Wow.
game.
You can
just
play
can't-
it. You just can't
You just can't
stream or
stream it.
talk about it.
Yeah, not on their version of YouTube that's over there.
Oh, that's interesting.
Which I don't
It's
know.
because they can't control it. It's American
You said
propaganda.
China, right?
Yeah, China.
Yeah, China also
Actually-
banned Overwatch. You
Wait,
cannot
isn't
play
actually the developer
there
team
anymore.
Polish now that I think about it?
What? Dead by Daylight?
Yeah, Behavior.
No, they're
Polish, right?
Canadian.
Canadian?
Yeah,
they're
Behavior, I
Canadian.
think.
Oh, Dying
Yeah.
Light is.
Oh, that's what you. Yeah.
That's why.
Yeah, the
Confused.
Dying Light developers are. But but yeah, but I guess moving on in a weird fashion. Shark, your favorite game got an update.
1,000,
Yeah.
1,000 fixes.
The Killer Clowns from
Literally.
Outer Space.
Oh, that one.
Yeah,
I
that
didn't know
one.
they got it. I thought you were talking about Baldur's Gate.
Oh no, not that one.
Oh, like
no.
yeah, there was a literal thousands of fixes.
There was finally an update given to Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
Did
Oh,
they
nice.
give an update for a date on the beta or anything like that?
There's not a date. There's the new trailer out, which I think I sent you.
Yeah.
Uh,
And I told you it made me think of the Left 4 Dead map for the circus.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
It looks, yeah.
Now, the interesting thing is in the trailer, they showed off, I don't know what they're going to be calling it, but essentially their version of a Mori. Like a fatality of sense. Because they did have one clown, I think it's, I'm looking at the Bloody Disgusting article, the clown called Shorty.
Yeah, the
delivering-
one with the green hair.
Yeah, delivering what they call a Mortal Kombat style fatality that is explosively gruesome.
Good.
So with this trailer, they did announce that Ilphonic is joining as a co-developer and publisher. Which
Who is that?
Ilphonic is known for games such as Ghostbusters: Spirits Unleashed, which came out last year.
Oh yeah, we played that.
Yeah, which we played. And then they've also did Arcadegeddon, which was like a third-person shooter weird game that I kind of liked, but was kind of niche. So I think they're now in good hands to the point of completing the game. My only problem now is where things will stand exclusivity wise, because Ilphonic has a past of releasing their games with them being Epic Store exclusive for a year or longer.
Ew.
And then going to Steam and other platforms.
I would if they just went for Steam to a year, and then the rest on Epic Games would be better. Just because release on Steam, typically I feel like always gives more of a player base than Epic
Yeah.
Games. Like no one like you'll open up Steam probably like every day to every other day just to check. Like no one's opening the Epic Game Store. Let's be honest here. Unless they're actually gonna play something, they're not opening it up.
So I have DbD on Epic. My main account on DbD is on Epic, and the only reason that's the case is because DbD was free on Epic.
Yeah, it was free for like a moment.
Yeah, like that's the thing.
Other than
It seems like a majority of the reason why anyone opens up an Epic Games account is to get a free game.
Yeah.
Even if that game happens to be Fortnite. It's like,
yeah,
that's what they're opening it up for.
How well is Fortnite doing? Like I haven't.
Weirdly enough, it's still doing really well.
Yeah.
No.
I
just haven't heard much of it, like compared to I guess like when it got big. But now
its player base is still pretty stable. It's like one of the best, I think, longevity player bases currently.
Yeah, they did do recently, like, I think a year, maybe 2 years ago, they did a reboot of sorts.
Yeah.
Where they started fresh chapter wise, like DLC wise. But I don't know.
But like Fortnite does have their hands on like literally everything.
Oh yeah.
Like any character you can probably think of has probably been on Fortnite now.
Yeah. Like Fortnite has become, for first person, or I guess they're a third person shooter. The third person shooters, what Dead by Daylight has been for asymmetrical horror games.
Yeah.
Which are both kind of weird things to say, but that's the reality of it.
Yeah. Every genre has that game. Like asymmetrical would obviously be Dead by Daylight. Battle Royale, third person, obviously Fortnite. MOBAs, League. I mean, League is probably the most played multiplayer game, period.
Yeah.
The tournaments and stuff is wild still.
Yeah. For FPS, I mean, it's probably, depending on who you want to like side with, between Overwatch and CS:GO.
I think Valorant's more popular. No,
yeah, probably Valorant. Valorant has to be up there.
A lot of CS:GO players went to Valorant. Like VCTs was like they still have championships like every every quarter, I think, because they're doing champions right now. In the spring, they did VCTs. So and like they have plenty of like content they're adding and stuff.
Yeah, maybe I'm just biased because I see stats because CS:GO. Yeah, CS:GO basically has been the #1 play game on Steam for like I don't know, years now, pretty much.
It's gonna have a resurgence as well with CS:GO 2.
Yeah.
So
I didn't even count that in, but yeah, I don't know the player base numbers for Valorant. I've watched Valorant, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So. Yeah, because right now.
Looks like the estimated is 18.6 million.
Wait for how many?
Valorant?
Yep. Valorant is
Where?
widely player.
Valorant.
Like concurrent
Yeah.
players or
Yeah, concurrent.
average
Like,
players?
Yesterday was 5 million tracked.
Okay.
okay, that's
in
not
August
concurrent.
is 18 million.
That's
Yeah.
not concurrent though. Concurrent is like at this second. Concurrent, it's I mean 670,
Yeah.
650, 650K. So
I
CS:GO
think that's
has
just in
around
total. Like the population, that's what it says, is
Yeah.
18 mil.
So CS:GO right now I believe has what like I think
They're at about
800K?
850,000.
Yeah, 850K concurrent. So I mean I guess CS:GO has Valorant beat by a little bit, but they're pretty similar. in
But
terms of
that's
player
just the Valorant tracker. It's not like Valorant itself numbers, I guess. But tracker is pretty close to everything. So, but yeah. Like it's pretty popular.
Yeah.
No. Any game that has over like 500K players concurrently is definitely popular, for sure.
Yeah.
It's just like people love to compare it with like League, which is so unreasonable. Because League, I'm
Yeah,
sure
it's
League has
it's
like
because they're by the same people.
yeah, League has like way more concurrent, I believe, like millions, like maybe tens and millions. Because like people in Asia play the shit out of it too. So like
Yeah.
I can
League and
only
Valorant
imagine.
is a lot more popular in Asian countries.
Yes.
Specifically, I think Korea mostly.
Yeah. They like the, blonde haired colored girls fucking with big ass and big tits.
Yeah.
It's always in Black Desert and shit. They love those games.
Yeah.
Then they try to meet a girl in their region that has those proportions, and yeah, good luck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good luck living your fantasy.
Yeah. Alright. Do you guys have anything else I want to bring up?
No, I think that's it.
I think that's good.
What were you saying,
There was
Hoisin?
one thing we forgot to talk about. I don't remember what it was, but I think we were gonna talk about it. I don't remember what it was. Though. I still can't remember what it was, so I'm good.
Okay. Alright, well that'll be it for this episode. Thank you guys very much for listening to us rambling, and we will see you guys in the next episode whenever that shall be.
Bye bye.
Adios.
Bye bye.
Laters.